And we are coming to you live from an undisclosed location deep in the heart of American flyover country. I'm Jeffrey Darty, the Christian Whistleblower. Welcome to the Christian Whistleblower channel, where even though we're under the radar, we are always over the top, ladies and gentlemen. And today's no exception as we look into, and what do I got the last stand backdrop up there for? It's been a minute since I was with you, huh? Been a minute since I was with you. Well, let's change that right now. Let's make that better. And let's go with something like a little bit something like that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are here today with some very interesting information for you. I think it's going to be fascinating information. I found it myself to be rather shocking, and I was kind of tipped off to this by one Scotty Roberts, my fellow consequential rapscallion. You can see Scotty Roberts here on Thursday evenings at 9 p.m. Central when we do our consequential rapscallions show. So basically, and of course, this started me down another rabbit hole, which we'll get to in another episode of Podcast Excellence here today. But folks, can you imagine if it could be shown that Jesus regularly used a magic wand? I wonder, those of you that are Christian, if I can say to you right now, I've got multiple occurrences of Jesus using a magic wand. You Christians who believe the Bible that says, in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, let every word be established. Tracy, I don't know if I can show him pulling a rabbit out of his hat, but if I could give you 2 or 3 witnesses of Jesus using a magic wand, would you consider that legitimate? In the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, let every word be established. What do you think? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to give you a little more than some of you are going to be able to handle, and I'll break you in slowly. Jesus is sometimes shown performing miracles by means of a wand. As on the doors of Santa Sabina in Rome, he used a wand to change water into wine. He used a wand to multiply the bread and fishes. He used a wine to raise Lazarus. Water into wine, uno. Bread into fishes, dos. Raise Lazarus, tres. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? This wand is thought to be a symbol of power. How about that? And let me just give you a little something else to think about, ladies and gentlemen. Let me give you a little something else to think about. From the 3rd century onwards, when you see Jesus, you usually see him as a little bitty baby in his mommy's arms. And then you start seeing Jesus as a young man, and a Roman looking like young man, no beard, short hair, youthful, beardless, short hair that does not reach to his shoulders. That's like in the 4th century. And it's not until after the 4th century, ladies and gentlemen, that Jesus is shown with a beard. And within a few decades after the emergence of the 4th century, that became very close to the conventional type that later emerged. How interesting is that, ladies and gentlemen? And I'm about to tell you why, but not in this podcast. What we're going to focus on in this podcast is Jesus being pictured using a wand, ladies and gentlemen. A wand, as in a magic wand. This is going to blow your minds. Here's Jesus, and this is Jesus at the healing of Lazarus. Jesus at the raising of the dead of Lazarus. Jesus raising Lazarus from the dead. What do we notice? What do we notice? What do we notice? What do we notice? OMG, or should we say OMJ? What do we notice? But Jesus has in his hand a magic wand, and he's touching what looks like a gargoyle on the outside of Lazarus' tomb. Whoops, doggone it. Jesus is touching what looks like a gargoyle on the outside of Lazarus' tomb. This is at the Catacomb Divina a Napo in Rome. Wow. Jesus, dressed in Roman gear, using a wand to heal Lazarus. How awesome is that? That's Moses striking the rock with a wand too. That's pretty cool. So Jesus, number one, raising Lazarus from the dead by use of a wand. Well, how do you know that's a wand? Maybe he just had a toothpick. Maybe he just had a toothpick, man. No, Jesus, ladies and gentlemen, is using a wand to heal, to raise from the dead Lazarus. Whether you like it or not, he's using a wand to raise Lazarus from the dead. Oh my. And if one's not enough, let's see another one, because this was a fairly big event, you know. Damn it. I mean, darn it. Lost my spot. I'm going to have to find it again because this is a good one. Jesus. Magic wand. Magic wand depictions of Jesus. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. This is important stuff. I've already got that one. Jesus used a magic wand. I've already got that one. Oh, this was a good one. I wanted to show you. It had different stuff. Magic wands in early Christian art. That's the one we just looked at. Doggone it. Where's that other one? Anyway, I'll just have to show you what I got. That's the one we just looked at. Jesus healing Lazarus from the dead. Jesus using a magic wand. Wow. Here's another depiction of Lazarus being raised from the dead. And Jesus using a magic wand. Oh, that's above top secret. They're crap. They're not real. Yeah, but they didn't make up the picture. They did not make up the picture. Here's Jesus using a magic wand to raise Lazarus from the dead. Here's Jesus multiplying the loaves and the fishes with a wand. Here's that last one we saw, Jesus raising Lazarus from the dead with a wand. Here's another depiction of Jesus raising Lazarus from the dead with a wand. And here's yet another one of a wand being used right over here to raise Jairus' daughter. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of wands. And then look who it is. But we're not going to talk about her today. Jesus' magic wand. Images for Jesus using a magic wand. Let's just take a look. What do you say? There he is raising Lazarus. There he is raising Lazarus. There he is raising Lazarus. Here he is raising Jairus' daughter. Lazarus again. Another depiction of Jesus with a magic wand. Another depiction of Jesus with a magic wand. Jesus with a wand. Jesus with the wand. How many do you need? How many do you need? I count. Oh, here's another one. Jesus with a magic wand. I count 5, 6, 7 instances of Jesus using a magic wand. And wait a minute. We have a thoughtful Christian refutation. It says, I've seen paintings of Jesus playing baseball. Is that real? Wow, Infinite Life. That is great, great refutation. That is great, because a picture that you saw of Jesus playing baseball is exactly the same as 2nd and 3rd century depictions of Jesus with a magic wand. It's exactly the same. You're right. You got me. See how stupid people look when they run out of nothing. They don't have anything left to say except offer excuses of Jesus playing baseball. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just shown you 5, 6, 7, 8 depictions from the 2nd and 3rd centuries of Jesus using a magic wand. What do you think about that? And wait till the next podcast where we're going to talk about why Jesus in the up until 420, 430 AD was depicted as very much looking Roman. And we're going to find out why Jesus didn't start being Jewish until about 450 AD. And we're going to talk about why Jesus only went to the lost house of Israel. We're going to find that out on the next podcast. But right now, Christians, you got some splaining to do. Jesus Christ himself using a magic wand. What say you in the chat room? Jesus, Potter, and the delusion of confusion. That's funny. The more I learn, the more I regret. Only if you got something that you're trying to defend, Paul. Just let it go, brother. Let it go and just let truth come. That's why I'm better at this than you are. And I know some of you hate it when I say that. That's why I keep saying it. I'm better at this than you are because I've been doing it longer. I'm a professional. And I don't care. I got nothing to prove. That's what makes me better than you. Let's see. New pins from Japan. Great. Old Moses had a wand. Yes, he did. I wonder if the wand was made from a holy tree. Ha ha ha. Holly tree. I wonder if that was a joke, but that's funny. Tracy Dyer says abracadabra is Aramaic for so be it. I don't know that to be true. I don't know that to be false, so I'll just report it as coming from. Oh, here's Deb Dubois again. Scripture, please, not Wick-ish. Oh, really? There's no pictures in the Bible, Deb. I show you 6, 7 statues, reliefs, paintings from the 2nd and 3rd century, the first ones ever shown of Jesus. And you, oh, it's Wikipedia. How dare Wikipedia actually show pictures of the earliest Christian art? This is what I mean by I don't have anything to defend. I don't have anything to lose. That's why I don't look stupid, because I'm not up here saying I believe this and I'm trying to prove it. I go look at all the evidence and I let the evidence take me to where the evidence takes me. That's why I'm better at this than Deb Dubois, because she's got something to prove. I don't. She's not a professional. I am. And she gives a damn, and my give a damn's busted. It's 2nd and 3rd century depictions of Jesus. It's the first depictions of Jesus ever. And he's got a wand. I know that makes you uncomfortable, Snowflake, but that's the way it is. That's the facts. This is the big, bad, big dog world. If you can't handle it, best you stay on the porch and let the big dogs run in the high grass. In the high grass. Maybe Jesus, baby Jesus, used a magic rattle. Maybe. Of course, I don't believe Jesus was a baby ever. Chris Seagraves has read that Jesus used a magic wand that produced a ring and manipulated our reality. It's been said it was the magic and sorcery he learned while in Egypt, allegedly. That's an interesting story, Chris. It really is. The interesting thing is this use of divination. That's right, and I want to close with that. The wand was just for show. Doesn't surprise me that Satan would take it over, man. Deb, every time you open your mouth, you just look more silly because everyone can see you're just trying to defend beliefs you already have, and you're not willing to look at objective evidence. This probably isn't a good place for you. You're probably going to have a stroke if you don't leave now. Satan. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, my. Oh, my Jesus rod, a.k.a. wand. Yeah, Dwayne, I don't want to blow anybody's mind. Revelation does say he has a wand. Greys have been known to use wands. Interesting. So a rod is really a wand. Is it? Maybe the Order of the Rosy Cross was onto something. That he's saying Jesus was the ultimate alchemist. Maybe. It's all quite interesting, but I believe it's simply depicting the use of magic in general. Since we're all living gods, we don't need no stinking wands. I'm getting to that, Shane. I'm getting to that. That's a yarn, man. That's a wand, man. It was made with holly tree wood. I don't know. Okay. I need some rods. Me too. Truth is stranger than fiction. Nice find. Thank you. I love my wand. I wonder what his wand was made from. Everybody does. So here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Why was Jesus using a wand? Why? Well, I've got a couple theories. Even though Jesus, the Word, was manifested in flesh, he was still dealing with flesh. So maybe even because he's got 12 people bitching, the disciples, plus Mary Magdalene, and let's face it, she probably was a lot of help and a lot of comfort and a lot of peace to Jesus. But it was another personality to manage. And all these people following him and all these people wanting something. Maybe every now and then he did need to use a wand in order to help focus his intention. Maybe he did. Or maybe, as was that Sean commented, maybe he was just showing us that until we get to the place where he was, it's okay for us to use a wand if it helps focus our intention. Maybe it was just a idea of saying it's okay if you have to use a magic wand. Dan must be a little late. He says, Jesus Christ used a magic wand? Dan, you're 17 minutes and 10 seconds in. You got to go back to the beginning. And then he had that whip that he used in the temple. I wonder if that was really just his wand. Very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Do we need a wand? Do you ever need help focusing your intention? I think it would say that at the very least, it's all right to use a wand. Well, Big D was me. If it doesn't feel right, then you better trust your little giggly, googly feelings and not the actual proof of history. Because, at the end of the day, it's how you feel that matters. It's not the facts that matter. It's your feelings. It's not objective history that matters. It's how you feel about it, because we all know that everybody gets a trophy and everybody's feelings are really, really, really important. And it doesn't really matter. No, there's nothing that's really true, nothing that's really not true. It's just how you feel about it. I understand. If you were closer, I'd pat you on your little head and send you on your way. Aw, little feelings. Jesus would have been an iPhone or a Android. I'm not sure. Somewhere, teenage boys giggle each time someone mentions their wand. Yeah. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe I'm a little snippy because I just got out of 28-degree water. I don't know, but I know I'm a little bit wound up. I know I'm a little bit. Jen Morris uses her finger. Yes. To me, I don't think you need a wand unless you think you need a wand. But dude, Jesus used one. Okay, I got it. I think Jesus is trying to help a sister out or a brother out. If you want to use a wand, use a wand. If you want to use your finger, use a finger. If you don't want to use anything, don't use anything. But Jesus came here. Even Jesus needed a little help every now and then, focusing his attention. And he didn't have 34,000 subscribers. I love every one of you. I really do. Nadira, you got to go back to the beginning and watch. You can't come in 1930 and say, for what, I'm lost. Well, let me start over the beginning again. No, I'm not going to do it. But you can. That's a beautiful thing about YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful, beautiful thing. Jama says, interesting. I didn't know he was depicted in portraits. Not only portraits, ladies and gentlemen, of Jesus using a wand, but the very first portraits statues, reliefs, carvings of Jesus as an adult. The very first ones show him using a wand. How about that? Hubba hubba. What do you say about that? Ladies and gentlemen, what do you say about that? I'm going to be back to make you a little bit more mad when we talk about the chosen people. Why did Jesus first look like a Roman and then only 400 years later look like a Jewish person? And why did he come only to the Jews initially? Stephen Reed asked the million-dollar question, why cover up his divination? Why? Because the powers that be but are passing away. They don't want you to know that you're divine. They don't want you to know that you're sovereign. They don't want you to know that you're free. And they don't want you to know that you can use divination to help you find the way and the truth that leads to life, and to help you live the life that is more abundant, and to help you have peace that passes all understanding. They don't want you to know that you've got the spark of divinity in you. They want you to believe you've got original sin, but you've got the power of divinity within. And as Christine Green says, they need your shekels. Abso-damn-lutely. Ladies and gentlemen, that's surprising to find out. Yes, it is surprising. And as Barbara Walker says, it is right as rain. That's interesting stuff. That's why they call me the Christian whistleblower, because I blow the whistle and shine the light into the dark corners of orthodoxy, and to show you things that you'd never see if I wasn't around to show it to you. And that's why I'm here. And that's why you watch. And that's why we're this close to 34,000 subscribers. And be around later when I talk about what I said I'm going to talk about. Tomorrow night, we're going to have the consequential rapscallions. Last night, we had Cliff High on The Last Stand. Make sure that you check that out. And it's always something interesting here. Always something really fun here. Always something really spectacular here. And while you're here, if you enjoyed the program, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy the program, give it a thumbs down. Let your voice be heard. If you think I'm dangerous and I need watching, subscribe and hit the bell so you can hear all of the heresy that comes out of my mouth. If I'm helping you and you don't want to miss a show, please do that as well. And I have made my mind up. I'm going to try to be less staunchly controlling in the chat rooms. We're going to, unless you're rude, I'm probably going to leave your stuff in. And unless you start asking the same question 17 times, I'll probably leave it in. But if you start drawing attention to yourself, or if you start hijacking, I'm probably not going to do much of the taking out anymore. We got the great moderators here to do that. And on my website, on the comments, you almost have to just be rude, just blatant rude idiot to get your comment removed now. I'm thumbs downing them. I'm explaining, I'm answering. And if you're giving me crap, I'm giving it right back to you. And eyes in, identify, wake up. If you don't like it, there's this amazing thing called the back button. There's this amazing place up at the top of your computer that is called a URL screen you can put in, and it'll take you to a different place. And you don't have to watch, and you don't have to listen, but you can't stop, can you? You just got to keep coming back, because you don't get this anywhere else. I know it makes you mad, but you can't live without it, because as much as you hate me, I'm bringing it to you. Wall to wall, treetop tall, black and white, uptight, out of sight, most of the time, 100% right. Most of the time. Somebody said, what about cremation? I want to be cremated. I've done this before. I've talked about this before, but it kind of worries me that they want to put me in a hermetically sealed box. Are they trying to keep my spirit from getting out? I don't think they can, but are they trying? Why do they want to drain all my blood? What do they do with it? Why do they want to shut me up in an airtight box when I'm already gone? I want this. I would love to have a Viking funeral. Put me on a barge, put some wood, throw some gas, push it out there, let somebody shoot a flaming arrow, and whoosh. That's the way I'd like to go out, cousin. That's the way I'd like to go out. So I think cremation is the best way to go. Ashes and ashes, dust to dust. Yeah, cremate me, says Tracy. I don't want to be stuck in no box, just in case. And if it's burnt up, they're not going to be able to mess with it or and this is the thing. Is it really true he's using a wand, or is this just someone who claims it's using a wand? Well, Dan, number one, watch the whole show. Number two, it was the earliest depictions of Christian art. They liked Jesus, and they showed him using a wand. So you tell me, Dano, watch the show, then ask questions. I smell burnt toast. See, this is a difference between me and someone nice. Cynthia says, Dan, you'll have to watch from the beginning. And I'm like, Dano. Oh, my. I know. I think embalming serves their purposes. What do Indians say about creation? Ask, what's her name? The Democratic candidate. What's her name? That's the Pocahontas. Elizabeth Warren. She can tell you what American Indians believe because she is one. Jesus was a heretic. I don't need no stinking Midol, Christine. I love it. I love getting it on. Love you, Jeff. California loves Untitled. Thank you. Me too. Same to you, even though I can't speak. Do you think it was an olive tree branch? No, I think it was a wand. I don't know what he made it out of, but it was some really good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I'm going to get out of here, and we'll be back with some more hate and dissimulation. So calm down a little bit, come back in, and we'll get you stirred up again, because this next one, it's going to be a good one. It is magic. A fig tree wand. That is funny. He says it was a blunt. I'll leave that in just because it's funny. See, that's kind of stupid, kind of, a little irreverent, off the subject, but that's witty. So I kind of like witty. I respect witty. So I'll leave that in. I may have to call in sick, says Christine Green. Have a good day. Same with all of you guys. Love you very much. Appreciate you even more. And I can't wait to get back here and crank it up one more time. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, I bent over last night to pick up a free-range Rooney who was streaking across the house. And as crazy as it sounds, hurt my back a little bit. The morning plunge did a great amount of healing on it, but I might have to do a supplementary plunge today to help the back. So, yeah. And Rooney's lost weight, so I don't know. Do I think Jesus used marijuana? Dude, I don't know. He came from on high. Why would he need marijuana? But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you very, very soon. I can tell you did by the way you're sitting. Does Tracy Dyer have hidden cameras in the NCK studio? Let's hope not. Until next time, guide your own spirit, master your own ascension, be your own guru, ask questions, question answers. We are the last generation of real humans, and it's time for us to get busy and unindoctrinate yourself.